And welcome to Meet the Polymaker. I am your host, Joel, as I have been the last 81 episodes. But this is 81. I believe this is 81. But welcome in, everybody. We are here to do what we do every week. Talk some 3D printing news, share some prints from the community, and ultimately meet a new maker. And not always necessarily a new maker. They've probably been in it for a while, most of them. But today is no exception. As you've seen in the title, we have FranklyBuilt here, Iron Man himself. Of course, he does many more things than that. It's a lot of us, got to know him from that, but we'll talk more to him here in just a little bit. And if you haven't already, it is live. I've seen some questions in the chat. It is live. We're live. You can put I am awesome, YouTube and Twitch. Get your entries in now. I will give you one chance in the end to do it again, and we'll do a drawing for a free filament. That is international. Doesn't matter where you are. If you're seeing my face or hearing my voice, you qualify. Put your name in the bin and we'll see if it gets pulled. So with that said, we're going to go right into the news. And first up, we have a new product by none other than Polymaker. Have you guys heard of them? Technically, it's Panchroma by Polymaker, but we have more Panchroma releases. I know at this point it seems like we're just copy and pasting every week of new release, new release, new release. We have more coming, so hold on tight. But this one is a little bit different. Rather than just adding to our current color spectrum or our surface effects, this is a new formula PLA. This is not co-PE. Don't get that wrong. This is PLA of 100%. It's just a different formulation to print at a lot higher speed. Actually, highest speed PLA that we have. Co-PE, of course, prints high, but that's not PLA. This is PLA new formula. We did have a little bit of hubbub in the beginning with our marketing where it said rebranded Polylite. It is not rebranded. This is Panchroma PLA. It is a new formula, but it is PLA. It'll mix well with all the other PLAs. I would not mix it with Polylite PLA colors just because the colors don't match. The material itself will adhere to each other. You're not going to have a problem there. But if you mix a blue Polylite PLA with a blue Panchroma PLA, you're not going to have a good match. So treat it as its own. It's more of our aesthetic. It's for things that look good. You want to print at a higher speed and look good. It's not as strong layer adhesion as what Polylite PLA is, but it's more ductile. So there's kind of some trade-offs. But again, that's our goal with Panchroma, is just ease of printability, and it looks good. It's got a ton of colors, and you have no idea how far we might take that color range. So stay tuned. There are 28 right now. There's going to be more eventually. So get it in while you can, and let us know what you think. Next up, we have Boeing that's speeding up the satellite production using none other than 3D printing, which, big surprise. 3D printing is everywhere all around. Right now, they're doing 3D printed solar array substrates that cut the production time of the satellites up to 6 months. So it's not just like it shaves a few hours or maybe a few days. 6 months less time to build, and why that doesn't mean much to us. Who out here is building satellites? Not myself. If you are, congrats. But it just goes to show that the technology is getting there to save so much time on production that it's not just small batches of prints. Like, it's actual big time manufacturing that printing is getting involved in. We say see it every single episode of this show. Some companies using it in some way or form, whether it be for testing, prototyping, tool and die, or in actual production. And there's a lot more companies that are adopting it for actual production. So just cool to see Boeing doing that and stuff floating around in space that's 3D printed. Maybe one day Polymaker. Next up, we have another company that is 3D printing in mass quantities, not just little bits and pieces. This is HP's new PA11 Gen 2 material, offers up to 80% powder reusability. So this is the powdered printing. What is it called? I don't remember what it's called. It's not FDM. It's not SLS. But either way, it's powder instead of resin liquid or spools of filament. And what's nice with this is with prior to this, that powder didn't have a good recyclability. You could filter some out, you can reuse some, but it wasn't quite geared that well. This is becoming a lot more recyclable. Part costs drop up to 40% compared to the previous generations, because again, they can use that extra. It's not even waste, it's just the powder that's not getting used during the printing process. So saving money, saving time, and having less waste is good for everybody, whether it be for the price or just for the environment. So very cool to see continuing efforts there. Next up, we have students at ETH Zurich, which for some reason, I think I've mentioned that university many times. So there must be a ton of smart kids over there. They've developed a laser power powder bed fusion, LPBF machine with a rotating platform that prints cylindrical parts. It helps reduce build time by over 2/3. So there's a theme today, is a lot of time saving. This is cool. You know, it does look like a record player. That's what I thought I was going to be looking at when I seen the article. I'm like, wait, what did it? Oh no, it's multi-metal. So it is metal printer, but with the cylindrical, we've seen 5-axis. We've seen, of course, bed slingers, Core XY. We have seen some cylindrical ones. So this is kind of a take on that. And just a prototype was built just 9 months from bachelor students as part of a Rapture focus project, and could be used in mainstream. So they have a couple companies that are actually looking into the technology they've used and how they've done it and where it will go. We'll see. It's going to be more on the industry side, but we may soon be seeing some consumer stuff of people just kind of playing with some DIY printers. So we'll see it maybe in some upcoming RepRap festivals. And I might need to click that one more. There we go. And then 3D printed synthetic grafts, more in the medical. Again, I hate to sound repetitive. We're advancing more and more and more, whether it be in medicines, being able to 3D print medicines and mix medicines together, for skin grafts, for organ transplants, or the actual surgery itself. There's so many ways 3D printing is being used. Researchers have created a modified glue gun that can 3D print synthetic bone grafts directly onto living tissue. This is during surgery, so it's going to help save time there, help healing time, speed that up, and help for scarring and everything like that. So it's not just helping along the lines of the surgery, but also the healing process, and then the final, what does your skin look like? Do you want to have a big gash in your skin? While that could be cool and make for a really fun story, some people don't want that. This can definitely help along that, just between the bone grafts and the skin grafts that they're developing. So in animal trials, in about 12 weeks with rabbits, it showed stronger, more natural bone repair compared to traditional bone cement, no inflammation and no tissue damage. So really cool advancements again in the medical field. That is it for our news. And if you're, why did that just suddenly go crazy? Ignore that. Anyway, let's head over to Spool to Spotlight and check out some community prints. First up, we have Dilligath, who has printed the Torment of Souls little statuette, designed by Eclipse 3D, available on Maker World. And this is using the HTPLA Fire Gradient, which is a beautiful color. And it's right up there. The new the Silk Fire Element is right up there with my two favorite gradients. The orange is just great looking. And if you're doing flames, it's the go-to filament. This is, if you want the silk or shine, go with the silk. If you want, kind of a matte semi-satin finish, go with HTPLA, but just an awesome print. Next up, we have Bearded Printer, who has printed a design that's not his, Sousaphone's Dummy 13. I think I have this right. It's 1300% scale. As you see, it's life size. There was a lot of filament to go into this. And if you're attending 3D Printopia next week or next weekend, it'll be there. He'll be in attendance. You can go shake his hand, take a selfie, whatever you might want to do. We'll have, of course, our Polymaker scientist or dummy scientist there. That's, I think, 1,000 scale. So not as big as this guy, but maybe they'll make friends. They'll do some photo ops together. We will see, but awesome print by Bearded Printer. Next up, we have K-Lion1, who has printed, I didn't get the information at the time, Nintendo DS Game Box. I'm not sure where it's available, and I'm not sure who it's designed by. This is done in the luminous rainbow, which just looks so good. Vibrant in the normal light, and of course, just an awesome glow in the dark. So more, this is just a kind of standard holder, but the colors just came out great on this, seeing that entire gradient along the way. And then next up, we have Bob Lee, who has printed the customizable LED spool lamp. This is by Rafit Sonatelier. Maybe this is on Maker World, and this is a really cool way to repurpose your Polymaker spools. I have some ideas already on this. I think it's really cool. So if you want to, go check it out. Print it yourself. Bob Lee did a couple of them, obviously, and they turned out phenomenal. So thank you for that share and for that inspiration and giving me another thing to add to my project list. And last but not least, we have seen this being popular on printables as Borderlands has teamed up with printables to offer some cool kind of in-game models. This is the Ripper mask from Borderlands 4. And it does come pre-painted, thankfully. And it's battle damaged. It's painted to be such. And this is printed by Disturbed Medic in 5 colors. I want to say it's like 2 kilograms, 2,200 tool changes. A lot of stuff went into this. About 1,000 grams of waste, even on H2D. But it turned out phenomenal. I mean, the picture, of course, is great, but the print is awesome. These are all HTPLA colors. So I did use the HTPLA lineup on it. And just an awesome print. I know Uncle Jesse was working on doing one of different colors. I've seen a couple other people print some in different colors. Seen some people paint them. I plan on, after all the 3D Printopia stuff, I definitely want to print one in some awesome colors. So stay tuned for that. But those are all shared on our Discord at discord.polymaker.com in the Show Off Prints channel. If you haven't joined yet, go ahead and head over there now. I won't hold you up any longer. Join and then share your own. The good, the bad, the ugly. I encourage everybody to share what you have, what you like, what you don't like, and make sure to put links to those models so we can download them ourselves and print them if we choose to. So that is it. Thank you all for sharing. We're going to go and take a commercial break, and we'll be right back here to speak with none other than Frankly Built. We'll see you soon.
Has this ever happened to you? Have you just been minding your own business and you drop your PLA print?
There's gotta be a better way.
Well, now there is. With our Polylite PLA Pro, you won't have to worry about dropping your PLA prints ever again. Just look how these tests held up to our drop test, the same one that we did with PLA. If you need even more impact resistance, make sure you check out our Polymax PLA. This hammer is no match for Polymax PLA.
This is Polymax PLA, the toughest PLA in the world, and today we're gonna put that to the test. I printed this very mechanical model and we're gonna drop it from the 12th floor. You heard me well, the 12th floor. Let's go! Ready for the first drop in 3, 2, 1. Whoa, that's crazy! Not even a scratch! Let's go and check it closer. Not even a single scratch. I dropped it again from the 12th floor and still not a single scratch. Buy your Polymax PLA right now!
Performance may vary depending on usage, individual factors, and external conditions. Individual result may vary, not a guarantee of specific outcome. Consult your professional before use. See website for details and limitations. Use responsibly.
Are you into cosplay and prop making? Are you tired of having to break out those power tools to sand those lines away? And don't forget about all that hand sanding. Cramps. Ouch. Introducing Polymaker's Cos PLA. Available in 2 different versions. Version A and version B. Both versions are still easier to sand than standard PLA. Find out more at us.polymaker.com.
Aliens have come to take over our planet. What will we do? With modern technology and superior materials, we may have a chance. The only good bug is a dead bug. Polymaker. Add to your game.
And welcome back, everybody. Hope you enjoy those commercials. I know they're probably getting redundant because I haven't switched them up lately. My apologies. But on that mention, create your own channel, or not, you can create your own channel, create your own commercial. You can submit it at, what is wrong with my language today? You can submit it through email. If you go to Discord and you look at our commercial channel, it'll give you all the instructions on how to set it up, kind of do your own parody channel, or why do I keep saying channel? Parody commercial, and you can submit it. And if we use it in the show, you get $100 in Polymaker products. So if you have any fun ideas, it doesn't have to be high production. Have fun with it. Make sure to follow the rules that are in the channel, the commercial channel, and then you can submit them to my email. And I can let you know if it's going to be used. I'll let you know if it doesn't work, it's just not the right fit. I will also let you know. So if you want to see some new commercials, get to thinking, put something down and start working on it. And if you have any questions, reach out on Discord. So with that said, we're here to meet another maker. All of you have probably known this maker longer than you've known me by watching his content or seeing him at events, wherever you might go. So please welcome in Mr. FranklyBuilt, or Mr. Built, or Mr. Frank, or Stark Industries unofficial member.
Those are copyright. Those are trademarks.
Yeah. Stirk Industries.
Stank, Mr. Stank.
Stank Industries. There you go. Welcome in, Frank. How's it going?
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
So now, real quick, again, most people that are watching probably know who you are, but for those that don't, can you tell us just a little bit about yourself?
My name's Frank. I have been 3D printing for about 6, almost 7 years. And I got into the whole hobby to actually make that Iron Man suit behind me that I left my door blocking. Oh, well. But then I started to realize how much other useless stuff I can make with a 3D printer. And that's what I've been doing. Yeah. I got out of the active duty Air Force in 2022 to do content creation and social media full time. So now I'm a full-fledged real life YouTuber. And
you gotta have that. You gotta have the YouTuber. Like yes,
old YouTuber making goofy videos on YouTube like that.
Yeah, always fun. So of course, you kind of answered the first question I normally ask guests is, what kind of got you into 3D printing? So was it right off the rip, like you seen some Iron Man models, you're like, hey, I can probably print that, and let's just get into it?
No, it went the other way actually. It was I had gone to a cosplay. I got to MCM London Comic Con, saw some cosplayers, saw an Iron Man suit. Then I went and saw Avengers Endgame, and I was like, I love that suit. And then I'm like, this can't be that hard to do. How do I make this? I tried Pepicura, Papercraft. If that's how you make costumes, Godspeed to you. You're a better person than me. And then I found 3D printing. I was like, well, what are the other options here? And I found a Creality CR10S for $500. It was like a newer printer, and it was it started coming down. And I'm like, okay, that works. And then I started to dive into it, found 3D models, found, I can start making all of this stuff. Let's do that. And the rest is history. I got carried away real quick.
So now, when was it that you knew that, hey, this might actually go well? Did you start with just printing the helmet, or were you doing
no point
pieces?
Thinking it would go well. I still don't think it would go well. Are you kidding me? I still hit start on a print at random times, and I'm like, hope this works.
This one?
I started printing a couple things, and it was real awful quality because I was like, I can sand it. I can use power sands. I can use Bondo. I'll just slather it on because I came from a mechanical automotive world. So I was more comfortable with body work and finishing. And where there are people online, I'll never forget getting actually flamed on Reddit, the 3D printing subreddit, because I had posted a video talking about using a power palm sander on a PLA helmet, and everybody was like,
it'll melt.
You can't do that. Don't do that. And I literally posted a video of me with a power sander on YouTube sanding the helmet. And I'm like, but it worked.
Yeah. This isn't some cinematic magic trick.
You ever see those jokes? It's like the British mind could never comprehend. Like, it was the 3D printing subreddit could never comprehend that PLA was no longer thermally deficient at like 100 degrees. It was actually much stronger than it used to be. So it could actually handle a little bit of heat. And I'm like, guys, it's just plastic. Just sand it. Like, what are you doing? And yeah, it was the printers got better.
Being uneducated, and like you said, there's a lot between the pressure of how much you put down on it, the speed, how quickly you move back. And there's a technique, and obviously you knew that technique from automotive because
people were they were taking mouse sanders and sitting in the same spots. Like you're just heated. You might as well be using a blowtorch. You're just sitting move around, print with 3 walls. So it was fun butting heads with some of the old heads who didn't get it. Very tunnel vision. I dare
That's the
say
whole, you can't
gatekeeping.
teach an old dog new tricks.
You and the man, if that doesn't resonate in the 3D printing community, yikes. But no, printers got better, the quality got better. And then you learn the mistakes. I started, learning the machine better and how to get quality and stuff out of it. And now printers just, like you can print this stuff on accident now. It's great.
Do it right from your cell phone. Like, okay, hey, there it is. Now it's
literally. You can find it if your printer's clear and you find a model. I'm literally was just on Maker World. I still have it open. So I was trying to send a print on my H2D, but there's a clog on it. So after the stream,
yeah, get back around to it. So now, of course, with the 3D printing, we've advanced a lot, in today's day with the multicolor and everything else. But obviously, with an automotive background, when you were painting and finishing your Iron Man suit, were you using rattle cans or were you actually doing kind of automotive quality paint jobs?
There's going to be someone in a comment section, and I hope someone clips this and sends it to people who don't like me. I was getting automotive quality from rattle cans because I have been spray painting with rattle cans since I was a teenager. I grew up building Gundam models, model kits, car kits. Then I moved into the automotive world. I knew how to properly apply primers and wet sand. And it doesn't matter if it comes out of an automotive gun or a can of spray paint. It's the same paint, more or less. It's all about application and prep work. So being able to understand the different layers, base layers, and wet sand and properly prep the part, I was able to get ridiculous quality out of rattle cans. I just did a Marvel Rivals helmet that's sitting in my case back there. If I didn't tell anybody it wasn't with a spray gun, no one would have questioned it. But it's the trial and error of learning it. So I just had so much experience. I used to be really big into the Gundam model community, r/Gunpla on Reddit. And I was doing custom Gundam model kits. I was painting them. I was getting high detail. And I was using rattle cans while I lived in Japan. And people were like, how are you doing this with spray paint? I'm like, I don't know. I'm just it. So it's just trial and error, whatever rabbit hole you want to chase down. You can get way better, easier results with an automotive spray, but I didn't have the room or setup for that. So I locked in on cans of spray paint. Yep.
Then now, is there anything that you do post-processing of after the paint to protect it, like heavy clear coats, like multiple levels?
Always clear coat. Always clear coat. If it can take a clear coat, like this Revan mask I just made, this isn't getting a clear coat because half of it's a matte paint and then the other half is the shiny. And so I wanted that look and texture, and it's a decoration for somebody's wall, so I'm not worried about it.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
But yeah, clear coat, absolutely. Some type of, in the model world, it's called a top coat or a varnish or a clear coat. There's a couple different names for it depending on who you're talking to, but just making sure that it's actually like protected, right? And it's all, again, trial and error. But I learned it was like every hobby I had before 3D printing was prepping me to make Iron Man suits. I grew up making small, intricate models and learning how to use plastic. And then I went into the automotive world and I learned electronics, electrical systems, audio, security, professional
all
painting.
The right skills.
I started learning, and I just like doing it. I like building stuff with my hands. And then one day I was like, I think I can make an Iron Man suit. I just need the canvas. I just need the thing. And that was 3D printing. It was like, give me the plastic part.
That filled the hole. Yeah.
That was it. It was like, I just need, give me the thing and I can make it look like shiny metal plastic, and it was just practice. So it was a very happy accident that like I had all these weird little skills from all this other stuff I had dove into. And then when it came to like making the suit, I was like, this all makes sense to me. And then it was just showing people what I knew. And mostly it was like, hey, I messed this up 9 times, but I got it the 10th time. Here's how I did that, so you don't have to. So
yeah, you maybe only mess up 4 times now instead of 9. You're welcome.
Exactly. Yep.
So now, when you finish that first suit, of course, seeing it all of its glory, its shininess, and then looking perfect. Do you remember the first time that you nicked it or damaged it? It was like a new car, like that first day was just the worst.
So it didn't quite happen while I was working on, like, I had gotten it painted, and since it was still COVID lockdown over in England, I wasn't able to take it to a con, so I was able to be really careful with it. And a couple scratches and dings happened, but it's when I started traveling with it, then I was using 3 hard shell suitcases. I was being so careful with it. I'm like, I don't want it to get scratched, but I was being so anal with it that I wasn't having fun. And then one day I was just like, it got a couple scratches, a part broke, and I literally just overnight battle damaged the whole thing, scratched it, ripped it apart, and I'm like, this is better.
Go.
This is better. And I stopped caring. I mean, any of my friends.
Because then any scratch after that, it just adds to the effect.
Yeah, exactly. So like, because the wear and tear from wearing the suit, and I'd get comments from people asking like, "Oh, I don't want to scratch my suit." Cool, don't wear it. Yeah. Don't wear it. Make two. Make one for your TikToks that you wear in the house, and then make another one for cons. Because unless you want to walk around literally like a just statue, you're gonna scratch. Car paint is lean against a car with your belt. You're gonna scratch.
You're gonna scratch it. Yeah.
It's paint. You're gonna scratch it.
Protects it up to an extent.
Yeah.
Not unlimited coverage.
Yeah. So like in my suit, like the underarms where the biceps touch, and like in between the legs, and like there's normal wear and tear.
Everything rubs.
Then I was like, screw it. When my friends see me like toss my suits around hotel rooms and stuff, they're like, "Oh my god!" I'm like, "I'll fix it. Whatever."
They cringe a little bit, like, "What's going? What
yeah, they do. Yeah, I'm just like, let it go, man. Like, get your cool pictures, do all that, have fun with it. But like when you start taking it to cons, it's gonna get damaged. Suck it up. I built this thing to wear.
A rep, I think it was last year. Dylan, Saturday Morning Props, had his Iron Man suit, and he was wearing it around and everything. Then they had it up on a stand next to the Overture booth, and out of nowhere, you can just hear that thing slam down, and like it goes silent in the building for like a split second. Like everybody's like, "What was that?" And you just see the thing laying on a piece. Like, it didn't actually. I don't think it broke anything. I think it maybe scuffed some stuff up. But yeah, I can imagine being the owner of the suit. Like, no, why would that happen?
I gave him so much grief for that. Because up until that point, I hadn't seen his armor stand or how he made the stand for his armor. Oh. And what I texted him like, "Dude, you were just asking for that to happen with that. Like, how did
it was a very like it was like a teed off PVC. I mean, it was
exactly. It was literally a hinge, and I'm like, why would you do that, man? But yeah, unfortunately, it did happen, and like but hey,
lesson learned.
You can fix it. Yeah.
You were talking earlier just how you'd have to, without scratching, have to walk around like a robot. Have you noticed now that 3D printing over the last 5-6 years has become so much more mainstream? Obviously, designers kind of changed the way they're making things. Are the suits getting more designed to have more functionality for movement? Or is it still kind of something you modify along the way?
You have to modify that along the way, because no matter what a modeler does, there is a point where they do over-engineer it, and that's not the solution that everybody wants. It's the same reason when people would complain about, they'll complain to DO3D, they'll complain to Wireframe, they'll complain to Nico. Hey, where are the instructions? We can't give you instructions for this because every single person is going to build this different. And then if we give you instructions for it, you're going to ask why. You're going to say, well, this doesn't make sense. Well, yeah, because person A wanted to make it this way, person B wanted to make no. Here is the pieces. You have to figure it out through common sense. And I think that's a fair approach. If somebody was to sit down and actually write an instruction booklet for that specific model they made, that's like Walsh 3D just released the craziest Iron Man suit ever modeled. It's a Mark 7, I think. It's his Mona Lisa. It's beautiful. If he was to sit down and make an actual full instruction booklet on how to print it, what walls, what quality, how to assemble it, what to attach, he'd have to charge about $1,000 for that model, and people aren't going to pay that. They're going to be like,
this one.
Like, yeah, it's like, well, why do you think Legos are so expensive? It's not just the plastic, it's the engineering that goes into them too. Like, there's a lot behind that. So no, here's the model, you figure it out. And that's when people like me come in. It's like, hey, here's some options for doing it. But with the quality increase and then the community growing in cosplay and 3D printing, the things people are incorporating into their suits is advancing. Like right now, I'm comfortable saying that Squires 3D, Town Squires, Squires Cosplay on Instagram. I don't know if he deactivated his Instagram. He has probably the best Iron Man suit in the game right now that was actually made by somebody and 3D printed, not by a company. He can sit, go upstairs, full mobility. He can squat. He can do the engineering, all the subducting panels. He's iterated on his suit so much. We all agree he has the best suit out there right now. It is incredible.
Do this to every suit out there so we can print it easier.
Yeah. So like he just started to iterate it and kept going. He's like, oh, I want to modify this, cut this up, do that. He made my suits are in the Stone Age compared. My suits suck. I know my suits are broken. I can't even wear my Red Mark 85 anymore. It's so destroyed and broken. I can't properly put it on anymore. So it's
That's
retired.
Why you just build, that's why you print other ones, right? Like Star.
That's
Boost
why
else.
I'm printing this Prime suit for New York Comic Con, and then hopefully by the middle of next year I'll have the new Mark 85 done. It keeps getting put off. So yeah.
And then by then there'll be 10 other models that they get added.
No,
to the
85 is my baby. I got it tattooed. I will always.
Yeah.
That is, I will. People are like, oh well, if you can make any Iron Man suit, what'd you make? The 85. Well, that's why I made it. It's my favorite suit.
So the next iteration is going to be probably all the bells and whistles, everything else.
Yes,
everything you can think of.
That's what I want. I want all the bells and whistles. I want everything crazy. I want. Probably going to print it in some type of nylon, which I'm very, very excited about. So
there you go.
Like this one's just ASA. This is your guys'. This is Polymaker's ASA, but the new Mark 85 when that comes around, I want it to be. I kind of want to print it in something to just be extra. Like that's really, I could do it in ASA, right? Yeah, just be like, I have this whole suit's printed in nylon, or it'd be cool to do it in PPA or PPS, but the surface finish on that, I'd be sanding it for days, and I don't even know what that would do to my lung. I don't know if there's a respirator.
I don't know the irritation of just. Well, I guess you wear a bodysuit, but still, I think.
Yeah, so like it'd be cool to say, but I think my happy medium was PAHT nylon because the surface finish was really nice. It's so strong, and I think it's chemically inert too, to certain things. I might just to be extra, just to be like, because all my suits up until now have been on a budget for the most part. Like these two suits were to show people how to do it in a garage on a budget. Here's spray paint, and it's like, you know what? I've put a lot of work into building bridges, cultivating this, and why not? Why not pull some strings and just make the most extra Iron Man suit I can?
Oh, absolutely. Yep.
Who's to stop me?
And then you'll be featured in the next Marvel film as an Iron Man comeback, right?
Yeah. Yep. He's popular in Fortnite right now.
Oh yeah. We'll have to see what the next Marvel movies bring him back, revive him maybe. We'll see.
I hope he doesn't get revived, but I'm excited for Avengers Doomsday with RDJ as Dr. Doom. If they're putting this much stock into that, they have to have a good story for it because they know they're going to be so scrutinized for it. They can't just bring him back. I'm very excited to see how they tie it in, and more RDJ. I'm okay with that. I'm a fan.
I'm 100% a fan of RDJ also. So I'm with you there.
Yeah, it's gonna be. I'm very excited. I'm very excited to see it. So
now, speaking of course, Marvel stuff is building all these suits, over the years, and doing the content that you do is eventually led to like how many premieres or like red carpet things have you went, or not necessarily red carpets, but events for like release of these movies? Because you've been to a handful of them, right?
4 or 5. I don't know the order. I've been to the Moon Knight, Eternals, Doctor Strange 2, and then was it Guardians 2? Did I go to Guardians 2? And then Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
And they're pretty cool. They're each one's ran a little bit differently, but it's cool going there and getting to see it.
How stressful was it for like the Fantastic Four? You had was it Herbie?
The little guy. Yeah. That was really cool. That was a different side of it. Because I wasn't there as a cosplayer. I wasn't there in the cosplay fan pit. I got to go to the premiere before everybody else and actually be upstairs in like mingling and kind of hanging out with me and Danny were allowed to go. And so it was really cool. It was cool just being there. Got to hang out in the same room, like once all the celebrities and stuff started coming in, and it was short lived, but like we got yelled at because we started eating too soon, and some of the caterers came up to us was like, who said you could start eating? And we're literally like holding trays full of food, like
nobody.
But like there was like 20 of them in a long buffet line. All of them watched us walk up, get plates, stare at the food, pick it up, and like at any point,
hey, whoa.
Like, no one stopped us. So we're like, oh, okay. So we waited and then walked because it was on 2 different sides. So we waited and then walked to the other side. And then because people saw us eating, people started pestering them, and we're just like, you guys could have put up a sign. You could have done anything, but like you were just all standing there like this.
I'm going to side with you on this one. If I see a buffet of food, like, and it's opened up and everything else, like, I'm going to grab a plate and I'm going to start munching. Yeah.
No one stopped us. And we did it with such confidence too. So but it was still good.
Well, that's probably what it was. It's probably enough of people seen it and they all talked about it amongst themselves, but nobody was brave enough to say something. And it finally got to like a backroom staff, like,
oh no, the woman who came up to us was there the whole time.
Was the one that was watching.
She was right. Yeah, she saw us. It's like,
she had to muster the strength and be like, I'm gonna go tell these guys off now. Okay.
Yeah, just like why? Hey guys, why'd you get kicked out of the Fantastic Four from here?
Yeah, we ate food.
We ate the hors d'oeuvres. Oops.
Now, how was the food though? Yeah,
all the little food there. It was really good actually. It was actually really good.
Yeah. Now, where was that? Are all these that you typically go to in Hollywood, or are they two different locations?
So it was mostly, it's usually in Hollywood. It's at the El Capitan Theater, but this time for Fantastic Four, it was at a different location because they needed the orchestral stage. Because right before the movie started, the screen came up and they did a live orchestra performance of a couple Marvel songs. Nobody was like, we had no idea. It was just like,
that's awesome.
We thought for a second they were going to do a live orchestra for the movie, but they didn't. They just did a performance. It was fun, and then the movie played. But then, I guess I got to go to the Transformers 1 premiere, but I didn't get to see the movie. It was when I was in my Megatron costume.
Yep.
Yeah, I got to do that. I got to grind and build that whole costume in like 30 days and go to
I think it was like 4 of you that did it, right? I think Emily,
it was
the engineer,
Long Key, me, Allison Chase, and Kiera's workshop. And
okay.
we were hired as, like, when I tell people I didn't get to see the movie at the premiere, I didn't get invited to the premiere. I got hired to perform at the premiere. I was help, basically. I was costume performer.
So outside / inside, but not in the theater itself.
Yep. Because it would have been impossible, because as the last person went into that theater, they have to tear down. We were on a New York street. They just shut down like the New York block we were on for the premiere. Clear it, get it out. We had nowhere to put our costumes, and we were hot and sweaty. So like, there wouldn't have been time logistically for us to put them away, get out of costume, get into the movie started. So
yeah,
I didn't go see the movie until they paid me though. I was like, I'm not giving you $1 till I get mine. Like, I'm boycotting
as soon as you support me.
Yeah, like you owe me a lot of money for this. I'm not seeing a movie.
So with that suit, of course, which all the suits take up space, but that was a little bit like kind of bulkier suit. What do you do with those in the end? Obviously, the Iron Mans you kind of can display through the house, but is that gone, or is that displayed somewhere, or is it thrown in a tote and stored away for
the Megatron?
Yeah.
I sold it. I sold that thing so quick. In the YouTube video I made of the, like, hey, this is what happened. I think at the end of the video, I'm like, hey, if anybody's interested in buying this,
here you go.
Email me. And the day or two after I got an email from somebody, and he was like, hey, are you serious? I'm like, yes, this thing is taking up so much room. I'm
not going to reuse it.
And I showed him all. I showed him the video where things had broken, what had went wrong, and he's like, and he drove 14 hours from Kentucky. No, middle, the most center part of the U.S. It was a con I just went to. Oh my God, Kansas, Hutchinson, Kansas. That's where it was. Hutch Comic-Con. He picked it up, drove it back, and so he built a stand for it. He added a couple parts to it, so now it's in a comic book shop.
Oh, okay. So he used it as like a store display.
Yep.
Awesome.
So, and then he travels to cons with it now too. And then because that connection, I got invited to the Comic-Con that Hutchinson, Kansas runs. So then they gave me a booth. He had his retail booth, and I had my booth, and then we put Megatron between us, because we both kind of made it. So it was
kind of benefit from it.
It was an 8-foot tall, laser-eyed red statue, and like it was cool to see. It was really cool, and I'm glad to be rid of it. I will that friggin' thing.
Well,
so
it's nice
bad.
to hear that it gets repurposed rather than thrown in a tote or stored away.
Oh yeah,
you're never going to touch it again.
Yep. I mean, if I had more time, I would have put more love into it, and it would have been cooler, and maybe I could have kept it. I don't know where the hell I would have put it. It still wouldn't fit in here, but yeah, that was. So
was that kind of like their idea when they came to it, or was it they just procrastinated and reaching out to people, and then that's what gave you the short deadline? Not to throw anybody under the bus here, but
I can only say so much. It was a mismanagement in terms of a company that was working with Paramount in terms of red tape and dragging their feet and never having done this before. And it just they did their best.
All the creators were under the same deadline, right? They were pretty much, you guys were probably all notified at the same. Even less.
Longkey and Allison and me were brought on immediately, and we had about 45-ish days once we got the red light on it, or the green light on it. They had slotted in somebody, and then they told him never mind. He was supposed to do Megatron, and I was going to do Bumblebee, and then they ghosted him. And then they were like, hey, can Frank do Megatron? And I'm like, I already ordered the filament for Bumblebee, but sure, why not? And then they got my friend Kiera in under 30 days, because what I think happened, and I can say this now, what I think happened is they went way over budget. I think Paramount gave them a budget, and I think I know what that number is.
Approval to kind of add something to it.
So I think they had this budget from Paramount, which I'm pretty sure was I know what it is. And then they pitched us out, hey, we want 4 creators. This is what Paramount wanted. And then we started getting them the actual numbers, and they wanted us to pay for our own travel. What? Longkey's from the Netherlands, and to get her Optimus Prime over to New York, it cost her almost $8,000. She had 15 containers holding an international flight from Amsterdam,
air freight,
and that would have eaten up 80 to 90% of her initial budget pitch. So like we pushed back. It was this whole thing. Numbers got kind of crazy because it was a tight deadline. We all had to travel. We all had to get a hotel. It was materials. It was production. It was content creation. And I think what they did is, to save the budget and actually make some money, they cut a 4th creator. And then I think they then went back to Paramount. Was like, hey, here are your costumers. And I think Paramount said, we paid you for
the
4.
One? Yeah.
Yep. So then they last minute had to scramble, and then Kiera got the email because they weren't going to crawl back to the initial person that they emailed because they ghosted him. And then Kiera got brought on to do Bumblebee or Alita. That's the one they cut Alita. And it was just this whole mismanagement of stuff. There's so much more. There's so much more to it, but it was crazy.
Being in that industry now, I'm sure it's probably interesting stories. Some that you can talk about, some that you can't.
Yep. It's. I mean, I'm not under any NDAs, but it was. You could tell they had never managed this high of a budget event with this. They thought it was going to be so much easier for us to make it. They wanted such strict things, and it was just like, this isn't feasible, guys. You can't. Yeah.
Especially in 30 or 45 days, you can't really be too much of a stick on having this guy.
I don't think anybody but Kiera could have got that suit done in that time frame. Period. Not. Especially seeing how everybody else's costumes came out. Nobody else could have put that quality out except her. Period. And the fact that I 3D printed mine was wild. That thing weighed so much. But
so did they provide then the models, or do they have somebody already have them designed? Or
no, they gave us really bad photos, and then I had to get that to my modeler. Shout out to Nico Industries for getting me that model he was getting me parts as they were modeling it. He'd get done with the forearm. I'd have that model, and it would be printing before he even got me. I had 12 of my printers going round the clock. I had to go to Anime NY. I had to go to a con while I was printing that. And while I was printing it, I had to show my mom and sister how to take off the build plates for my Bamboos and K1 Maxes, because I had all the files. I had all the files loaded, and I was showing them, hey, I'm going to text you printer 1, 9, and 7 are clean. And they were cycling prints for me while I was gone. It was a production. I didn't have, I had no room for failures, no reprints. It was, I need these done now. And it was crazy.
Oh yeah. Well, especially too, is it's not like it's just like a, number one, not that an Iron Man suit is simple, but it's a lot bigger print too. So yeah, you're doing longer prints, more prone to fail, on a bigger, larger print. So yeah, it could go downhill real quick. And
I never walked on stilts. I never walked on stilts before. I had never built a cosplay that needed stilts. I had never. I mean, my helmet. There was a lot of firsts I did on that, and yeah, it was.
How was the learning curve on the stilts?
I got it. I used to do MMA and gymnastics and all this stuff. So I have very good balance,
and strength and everything. Yep.
So I got the balance pretty quickly. It was like, okay, but then putting on a 75-pound costume and then having
sets everything
limited
off.
vision with my eyes. Yeah, it was a lot, and I barely had time for a test flight. Like as I was finishing the suit, I like would wear the top part. I'm like, okay, that works, and then all right, I can hold the arms, but I didn't have time to like put the entire thing on until the premiere, and I'm like, each leg weighed 25
pieces
pounds.
all fit by themselves, but I'm hoping it all goes together.
Each leg weighed 25 pounds. So every time I was walking, I was
man.
lifting up 25 pounds.
Nope,
Talk about a thigh workout.
Luckily, you're in shape. Yeah,
It-
I'd be
it,
taking
um,
like 5 steps and be like, I'm going to be stationary now. So if you want pictures, you're going to have everybody come to me.
It was something. Yeah, it was 10
Now,
out of
with
10.
the mobility, was there anything that you like tripped over or any accidents that happened while you're in the suit?
No. I had a good handle on my buddy Nick Fox. He was very on top of it, and I think I stumbled back like one time a little bit, and like he put his hand behind me, but like I wasn't going down, but it was comfortable. Like I wasn't too worried about. Yeah, no super close calls. Thank God.
So now, of course, you had talking about the end Mark 85 for, I think you said like next year. Is there any other? You're working on one right now for the. Is it Iron Man Prime? Is that what it's considered?
Iron Man Prime. Yep. The Fortnite version of Iron Man Prime. Yep.
Oh. And then is there any other projects, whether it be Iron Man related or anything else that's coming up that you can talk about or that you're excited
I have
to
a
do?
secret project cosplay on my Patreon, and that's all I can say about that.
There you go. So if you
It's
want
just
to know,
yeah.
and then right here's the link tree. His Patreon's on the link tree along with all his other socials.
Yep. I haven't updated it in a little while. That because I've just had the Q4 is rough with 3D printing review videos and getting ready for the holidays, Black Friday, getting those videos and stuff out. So it's a little bit on the back burner, but it is still a goal of mine, and it's I'm just gonna show up to a con with it one day, and nobody's gonna know it's me until I like post about it. Yeah,
It's gonna be like the people trying to find Adam Savage at different cons. Like,
pretty much.
That?
Yep. And there's either when you do eventually see it, it'll make a lot more sense on why it'll be even harder for people to. It just won't make sense. Yeah, I'm excited for it.
It'll be fun to see as it gets unveiled. But getting close to the end here, so anybody in the community there, YouTube or Twitch, if you guys have any questions for Frank here, ask away in chat, and then we'll pick his brain if you guys got any there. Other than that, is there with all the 3D printing stuff, is there anything that with hardware itself, so printers or anything like that? A lot of new techs coming out that we know about, some you may not. Is there anything that you're like most excited about?
Ooh, I'm really excited to see that new bamboo with the Vortex nozzle system.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
Just the mechanism itself is satisfying. Of just the video, of course, you're very short, but the ASMR involved with that.
I can't say what company, but I also have one of the big threes. I have a company's printer that there's zero media about out right now. Zero, nothing. Can't Google it. The name completely hidden. And it's sitting right. It's actually sitting in my kitchen. Of
course, you can't really say anything, but is it something that we're going to be interested in?
Yes, it's actually probably gonna be for the holiday season, probably my number one recommended printer, because it is everything I've been asking for in a printer.
Oh, nice.
It is right now with what is available in the ecosystem. I think it's perfect, and it is. Yeah, I'm very excited about it. It's been working. It's working great. It just works. They should just work now, and they do.
Oh yeah, and then we have enough of them out there that that they are just plug in, hit calibrate, hit print, and you're done.
Yep. Creatix Brit. Hey Brit, what's up? Which is your favorite con, and why is it New York Comic Con? New York Comic Con is my favorite con. Period. It is everything. It is the best vendors, the artist alley is amazing. It's the whole experience. I think New York Comic Con is the best con in the country.
If you could go to any of them, that's the one to go to.
I wouldn't go to it first. I've met people who
all the other ones.
They do San Diego or MegaCon or C2E2 or New York first, and I'm like, temper your expectations for the rest, because like you just went to the Super Bowl and now you're about to go to a Pop Warner game. Like there's a difference.
There you go.
So it is. There's so much room for cosplayers. The Crystal Palace is huge. The food in New York is great. And the prices for hotels don't go up too much. Where in San Diego they skyrocket because there's only so much room in San Diego.
Okay.
New York, not really. You can go get a hotel on the other side of the city and just take the train in every day, and it's $300-400 for the whole weekend. So
yeah,
New York. Yep. And then tons of friends, tons of good people, and then the after parties are so much fun, just hanging out with everybody and dancing and drinking and stuff, and it's everything's a walking distance, and it's great. Yeah, New York is a blast.
Let's see. SB Creations 21, is Frank gonna get started now 3D printing a Primaris Space Marine cosplay, so he's ready when Henry Cavill calls him for his premiere? There you go.
No, I'm not enough of a Warhammer fan to probably ever do a Space Marine. It would feel disingenuous. It's cool. It's my same relationship with Halo. Master Chief, all that's super cool. I was not enough of a fan to commit to that. Though ODST armors are kind of growing on me because they look really cool and really comfy.
There you go. Yeah, movement, mobility, and
yeah. I always see people in at the Halo, the 405 or whatever, and they just all look standing around and they just look comfy in their costumes, and I'm like, this sucks.
I've seen a handful of them, and those I think too, yeah, because I think there's enough gaps between like the kneecaps and the shin guards and all that,
exactly.
that allows that movement. So yeah, I think compared to seeing plenty of footage between you and others in Iron Man and Halo stuff. The Halo stuff, especially ODST, because Master Chief is still kind of Iron Man-ish in the movie.
So I will never forget. It was my first WonderCon, I think, in California. Me and the Iron Idiots, Kiara, Emily, Danny, me, and then like 2 or 3 other people in suits. I can't remember who it was. Dylan and maybe Nate. We are walking out to a area to take a photo real fast, and it's an outside second floor area of WonderCon. And as we're walking out of the door, there's a walkway and then another door on the other side. And as our Iron Man group is walking by, a whole group of Halo cosplayers they had just gotten done with a photo shoot. And there's ODST and Master Chief and I think it's a Flood or Covenant, some weird bug creature. They're walking by the opposite direction, and we all stop, look at each other, and the exchange of information that went through our heads was, oh, those suck to wear too. Yeah. Wow, those are uncomfortable. Okay, cool. Have a good day. And we kept walking. No one said a word, but it was just this like, oh yeah, that sucks too. Okay. All right, good luck. And that was it. That was
We're
it.
Not
it
the
was
only ones that hate ourselves when
it was
suit
so
up and walk
funny.
around.
Just like all of us locked eyes, like, gosh.
Just
good luck, man.
Share that moment.
Yeah, it lives in my memory. We met up with them later and chatted, but just that moment of them wanting to get inside and us being tired. Oh my God. Yeah. Terabytes of information were just like
all processed. At that moment, you were all just one. It just connected as a hive mind.
The sympathy. And it was a mixture of like, I feel bad for you, but also you did that to yourself. Like,
yeah.
So.
Let's see here. Make sure I didn't miss any. Confirm favorite. Yuri Prater is asking favorite printer you're using right now, other than the one that you can't mention.
The H2S's, the bamboo, the H2S's. I mean, they're just pumping stuff out. This is all ASA.
Yeah, just works.
Not quite big enough to print the whole thing. I had to weld this, but like. This is amazing. It's good, and this is standard quality. I'm not even maxing this thing out. It's ASA. I'll say it. So.
No, typically on the suits, do you just do like the 0.2, or do you up it or lower it? What do you do?
Depending on the part, I typically do 0.2 if I have to do something like the inner details here.
Okay, the grid and all that.
Yeah,
stuff,
then I'll actually go and like max out the quality, and then I'm going to vapor smooth that. But yeah, for the helmet itself, yep, just chilling.
Nice. Let's see here. Make sure I didn't miss any others. ODST.
I forgot Nate was an idiot. Yeah. An iron idiot.
Banished Build says, I can confirm they are comfy. I'm going to assume the ODST stuff.
Oh, hey, Archie. I can only see the, I think the Twitch chat.
Oh, yeah. So yeah, on my app, I can do multi-stream.
Gotcha.
So, yeah, so they're over on the YouTubes. Yeah, let's see here. Make sure I didn't miss anything else. What is SB Creations? So no Space Marine. He'll do a Labubu cosplay for that movie instead. Any plans for a Labubu cosplay?
If I get enough Patreon subs, maybe.
Yeah. I've set that goal real high.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
that's
I
the
need
whole
100.
morals and compensation. You know, I got to balance it out.
Who has Herbie now? He's right behind me. He's right there.
Yeah. Peeking over his shoulder. And I was at the same one that was walking around the red carpet. And
Yep,
have
he's traveled. He's been to San Francisco at Open Sauce. He's been to the carpet premiere in L.A. And then he was just at the hotel in Raleigh, North Carolina, or Durham for a photo shoot that some of my friends did with their Fantastic Four costumes. I loaned him out to my friend Taylor.
Awesome.
So he went to the con here in town. There's a little con here in town that I got invited to. So he was there too, and yeah, he's been hanging out.
He's well traveled
he's
already.
Yeah,
well traveled, and he's only like what, 3-4 months old, maybe 5 months. I don't even know how long ago that was.
No, not even. Oh my God, July was the premiere. Yeah,
he's just a baby.
Me and Danny have joint custody, but I have I have him right now.
He has visitation, supervised visitation.
Yep.
Let's see here. Where the wild things are. Frank, love the videos. Keep up the good. So you're not on YouTube. Camaro 45th says, Frank, I love the videos. Keep up the good work. And then Lady Enforcer, besides the H2S, what multicolor printer would be second on your list?
Right now, the Snapmaker U1. It's really good.
I cannot wait for that to
I
end,
just
and then
moved it.
shipping.
I just moved it into my garage because I'm going to be doing a second video on it. So I just moved it in there to start I got a couple more prints off of it after the video I released, but I really wasn't able to beat it up as much as I wanted. But yeah, it's good. It's pretty good. It's pretty good.
There you go. That's what I've heard. It's got what, 17, I think almost $18 million in backing. So hopefully, I would say at that point the hype is there, and it's worked for the 19. I think they said they sent them out to. So good to hear.
Yeah, it's a really cool printer. They just need to make it a little bigger. Which that's fine. You know, in the first iteration, they made it just a little bit bigger than a Bamboo. There was a reason for that.
Yeah, of course.
You know, it's bigger.
Yeah, that's the thing, though, like I said, is that if it works, you know, it's worked on a small scale. Once they mass produce and get out I think it was 10,000 or 10,000 plus backers of all those machines. Obviously, the way things go is if it works well, bigger, more tool heads.
Exactly.
Should be a pretty much given. So yeah, it'd be very interesting where we're at next year at the same time.
If it works, yeah. I mean, with Bamboo going with the Vortec, I mean, the philosophy is still there, right? You don't have to purge the nozzle every time because it's already loaded with that filament. If they can get away with just a wipe tower, that's no different than a multi-tool head. So
no, and that'll be I think 6 total, or yes,
6, yeah,
6 or 7.
And if they get that working reliably, like who's to say they can't do more? Or why not? You know, combine the Vortex system with the H2D, so it's two nozzles. So I don't know.
I think that's the H2C is the base is the 2 nozzles, but then upgrade path for the H2S is going to be a thing, and we'll have to see what the price point is. And like you said, if it works, you know, for those that start off with H2S, and yeah, we'll see. Like I said, it'll definitely be interesting going, you know, by the end of the year, how's everything, where is everything at, and then from there, next year's just going to be that much better. So we'll just keep having these people put out good stuff.
I'm excited to see. I'm excited to really kind of line up all the good printers. There have been so many cool printers this year that are going to be in that like best year. My best tier. 2025 3D printers. I haven't gotten any bad ones. I haven't gotten any ones that are like, oh my God, this was dog water. Like my Sobel SB08 Max over here. This thing's been awesome. It's big. It's not huge. That fast, but like it's a specific use case. And so it's going to be real. It's been a real interesting video. I'm trying to devise
building up your pocketbooks.
You guys are going to get a crazy amount of plug in that because I'm just going to be using Polymaker to do all the test prints and stuff. So
there we go, and we got plenty of filament to put through it.
We'll talk about a holiday giveaway with some printers and filament.
There you go. I think we can here first. I think we can work something out. We give away a little bit of filament here and there.
You've dabbled in a couple rolls.
Yeah, just a little bit. 4 or 5 this year.
Maybe that's what I'll do when I reveal that hidden cosplay. I'll be like the first person to find me at the con, like get some filament or something. Or
I did that as the very first rep rap event that I went to as an official community manager for Polymaker. I actually printed out some QR codes and placed them on a couple different booths, like inconspicuously, so they weren't like in your face. And if you happen to scan it, then it would go to one of our pages that had a picture of me, like, hey, find the community manager, get a special prize. So yeah, you can do all sorts of fun stuff. And obviously we're easy to work with, so just let me know what you want to do, and keep your eyes out on for the people on Patreon are gonna have a heads up on that. So
true, yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, gotta figure out who to exclude.
maybe the first one that's a Patreon member, then the first one that's not a Patreon. We'll
Yeah.
see. We'll figure out something. But real quick, I'd like to end it off with just a few rapid fire questions. Pretty simple stuff, nothing too in depth. First things first, it doesn't have to be Polymaker. What is your favorite color or surface effect of filament?
Oh, I really like
paint a
the
lot,
color.
though.
Yeah, I really like just the color rainbow gradient filaments. I don't know. They've always they're pretty. The
Looks
nice
so
rainbow
cool.
silks. Yeah, I just printing little dumb stuff in that. I just started printing with wood filament again too. That's always fun.
Oh,
Ravages your nozzle, but it's pretty cool.
yeah.
Pretty cool stuff.
And if it's the type of actual wood PLA with wood in it, it smells nice when it prints.
Mhm.
Not that you should be smelling your prints.
Yeah, it smells. I'm pretty sure all my P1S, my bamboo P1S nozzles are now like double the size from printing so
From
much wood
chewing through
filament.
it.
Yeah, probably. They're hardened steel. I think they're fine.
There you go.
Think.
Next question is, what is the one print that you're most proud of?
Ooh, Herbie. Honestly, right now, Herbie. Just the fact that me and Danny were able to do that in 7 days and get it even remotely presentable. No notes. I'm happy with that.
There we go.
Yeah,
Fair enough.
Very
Then,
proud
of
of it.
course, now with Iron Man, you got the suits. We know what suit you like the most. Best Iron Man movie.
Ooh, Iron Man 3. I loved Iron Man 3. I did. I liked all the different suits. I liked just how much. I liked how much he was in it. And some people were like, he wasn't in the suit a lot. It's like, yeah, well, it was Tony Stark. It was cool.
Character building, everything else, and yeah, there's a story to it. Yeah, it's good.
It was their
It's not just
alteration because
action.
it was Demon in a Bottle, but they couldn't adapt Demon in a Bottle because he's an alcoholic and he's a little abusive to, yeah. So they were like, well, what if we do PTSD instead? And like, that works. So that was their take on it.
It's a better take. Yep.
Yeah, a little bit better.
Nope. And then the last question, if somebody's looking to see what you're up to, what you're working on, or maybe what is coming in the future, where can they find you?
Hopefully not at my house. I will get a restraining order. Careful.
5743 Boulevard Avenue.
Somehow you got all the numbers that weren't in my address.
There's only like
So,
9,999 or whatever more variations.
001 Malibu Drive. I am on YouTube. That is my main focus, making YouTube videos, FranklyBuilt. But I also have Instagram and TikTok under the same name where I just post little shorts, but it's all to drive to the long form YouTube videos and teaching you people how to just print cool stuff and make cool stuff. Yep.
Plenty, and plenty. You look through the backlog of videos, plenty of tutorials of anything and everything. So especially if you're wanting, I know I see the questions all the time in like your posts of, hey, how do I size this? How do I like? There's videos, like there's a lot of stuff. Go through. If you have a question building, go through his videos first, because you're probably going to see something in the title like how to size properly, how to sand, how to paint. So lots of information there, but.
Yeah, TikTok's the worst for it. Oh, can you post a video on how to do this? It's like, I did.
Yes, it's there already. So then last but not least, real quick, is when's the next event you're going to be at?
I'm going to be at 3D Printopia the end of this month, which those dates are September 27th and 28th. So I'll be there. I don't know why these dates are wrong. And then after that, I will be at New York Comic Con from October 9th to October 12th.
So busy,
and that
East
rounds
Coast
me
schedule.
out that rounds me out for the year. Oh, and then Orlando Maker Fair in November 7th, 8th, and 9th.
Yep, I will be there also. So I'll see you next weekend, and then I'll see you at Orlando Maker Fair.
Heck yeah. Okay. Cool.
Yeah. Well, I thank you very much for coming on the show. Nice to get to know a little bit more about you. And we'll hang out a little bit next weekend.
Yes, sir. I'm excited to see you.
Awesome. Thank you very much, and you have a good night, man.
Thank you too.
See ya. There you guys go. The one, the only, not the only, one of the Iron Men that you see across the 3D printing community at different cons. Just an awesome guy. Actually met him in person first time at Open Sauce, and yeah, just super genuine guy. Can't wait to meet him at 3D Printopia. If you are going there also, you're going to see him there. You know, I think he's going to bring a few things. I'll let him explain that. So make sure to go follow him on his socials. Check out things if you want the in-depth kind of, you know, what's coming up as he kind of tease. Patreon would be the way to go too. I'm interested in seeing what this secret suit is going to be. When I say suit, I don't even know it's going to be a suit. Secret cosplay. But go give him a follow. Like I said, you probably already are following him. But if you're not, great guy, worth the follow. Does really amazing things. Not just Iron Man suits. So check him out. But other than Frank, we do have some other projects that we have going on. One is going to be Polymaker figurines ending the second gen, and I think that, you know, tease has been out what's next. So make sure to follow that. That's led by Entourage Dimensions, and that's on Polymaker figurines on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, everywhere across the board. Exclamation point. There you go. Thank you, Pezliz. Got there. There's the link in chat if you want to go check him out. And as he does those videos, as he presents the videos, those models then become available on our Maker World, not ours, on his Maker World account, Entourage Dimensions _ figurines. And you can download them, print them in multicolor, single color, however you please. And then next up, we have exclamation point PME. I had to think for a second there. Polymaker Education, and that's led. You seen her in chat earlier. Creatrix Brit, and she is doing educational models. So for teaching, showing you know, food safety or dinosaurs, environments, and ecosystems, a whole slew of things. There's a long backlog of that where you can already download those models on Polymaker Education, on Maker World, and Printables. But also give that a follow over on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, all those. Show your love there. Same setup there. As a video comes out, that model then becomes available for you to download for free. Whether you want to print it for yourself, somebody else, a daycare, a kindergarten, whatever it might be, there's a lot of cool stuff there for learning, and just even some fun prints if you just want to print yourself. Next up, we have Polymaker Labs. That's led by Polymaker Sean as the Polymaker scientist, giving you tips, tricks, and troubleshooting on all your 3D printing needs. Many things that he goes over. It's not always just filament focused. It's helping you print better or fix things you might have had issues with, or you may have issues with in the future. And that is exclamation. There we go. K2 Kevin on it. You guys are on it. Look at that. You'd think I would just have like a quick button, but I don't need it. You guys are here. Appreciate it. Last but not least, exclamation point IPC. We have Imprinting Color hosted by Pezliz over on twitch.tv/Pezliz, where she goes every Wednesday to go over new colors, new surface effects, how to use them in prints, best use cases. Halloween's coming up. I'm sure she probably, I'm not speaking for her, but I'd imagine she probably has like a Halloween special and what colors are great for these and you know, these things and that thing. But she also does, I don't have it in here yet, Pezliz Presents on Saturdays, where she talks about, she's helping us build our designer portfolio for Polymaker to use in marketing and just different fun things. And she'll present those kind of designers that she's working with, their models and, you know, their portfolio of models, and occasionally having them on the show to interview and kind of see, you know, the behind the scenes of how does it work? How do they do their process? You know, what's in store in the future? Maybe sometimes some hints at what's to come. You never know. That's typically on Saturdays. Sometimes with scheduling, it's on Sundays. I believe no show this weekend or next for, you know, she's got some previous plans and 3D Printopia happened, so she's booked. So a lot of things going on for a lot of people. Make sure to go show your support to all those. All great things, fun things to watch, and great people, a lot of which you'll see at 3D Printopia next weekend. We'll have a show next Thursday. I will be at 3D Printopia with the team. It'll be myself, Polymaker Sean, Polymaker Pete, and Polymaker Matt, all doing crazy things at the booth. We will have what you expect, the scientist game. Also, we'll have the wall game there, and never know what else we're going to have. Maybe another interaction. If I can make some miracles happen, you'll see it there, but just stay tuned. There's always some fun stuff. I've got boxes next to me of some things, some free samples of things. So you gotta come by and check out if you want them. But that is it for that. We are going to do a drawing, so make sure to type in I am awesome if you have not already done so. And then we'll do a drawing for some filament while I see who are we gonna raid out to. Where did my browser went away? There we go. Let's skip over to the giveaway so you know this is live. We really are going to give some filament away. Oh, no. There we go. Come on, there we go. Get that in there. Just you know, I'm giving you more time. I'm delaying on purpose so you have a chance to get the entry in there. What is this one? What is this? So many people doing making and crafting. Are any of them? I've mentioned this before. It is crazy how much crocheting happens on Twitch. There's so many things. So if you ever want to crochet, click on makers and crafting, and you're going to see a lot of streams. I'm just going through here. It's always hard to tell by the thumbnail if they're doing anything. It doesn't have to be 3D printer related, but just kind of seeing what they're doing. You know what? Let's go and we'll make somebody's day. We're gonna rate out somebody with just a few viewers, and that's doing some form of making. There we go. We're gonna go like here and here. Drawing's coming up, I promise. Let's make somebody's day, people. I gotta go here. And I gotta go /raid. Did you know raid is not spelled R-I-A-D? Who would have known? I'm a moron. We're gonna rate out somebody that's crocheting, and they're crocheting an opossum, which can be cute to some, not so cute to others. Real life possums, not cute in my opinion. The baby's not too bad, but stuffed animal possums typically cute. But we're gonna do some drawings, and then we're gonna rate out too. I think it's Top Hat Cat 800, and we'll make their day. But we're gonna do a drawing and give you plenty of time to put an I am awesome. We're gonna draw and wait and wait. And winner Keza Coalt, congratulations! ! Contact in the chat. That'll give you my email address. Reach out to me there, or join our Discord at discord.polymaker.com. I'm Polymaker Joel. You can message me and say, hey, I won on Meet the Polymaker 9/18/2025, and I'll get you your prize. That is it for the night. So you guys all, thank you for your support. Have a wonderful night, a wonderful weekend, a wonderful week, and we'll see you next time.